Inventory in Scripps Ranch is stacking up, but pending sales are picking up steam. Stick around and let's go through it together over the next couple of minutes. Today, we are bringing you a Scripps Ranch real estate market update. If you're new to this channel, please give us a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of these updates. Let's jump right into what's happening in the Scripps Ranch real estate market. Looking at all property types across the board right now, we have 67 active listings, 31 pending, and 23 sold in the last 30 days. So from 23 to 31 is a little bit of a jump. Not a tremendous amount, but it's a small bounce, and that's kind of what we're seeing around the county right now. We're seeing a little back and forth between sold over the last 30 days and pending. Some are down, some are up from 30 days ago. However, the common thread between all zip codes right now is inventory. There's more of it now than there has been in almost 7 years at this point. So we are seeing increasing inventory, which makes buyers extraordinarily sensitive to pricing. So of the 67 currently active listings, 20 of those have reduced their price in the last 30 days. So 20 price reductions for these 67 active listings. Let's go ahead and take a look now at the InfoSparks chart going back to January of 2022 for median price. Detached home in Scripps Ranch at that time was $1,375,000, and it rose into the spring of 2022 to $1,955,000, and that is very typical of what was happening at that time. Prices were increasing dramatically, and here we are today at $1,680,000 for the median price. So in most zip codes, we're seeing that the current median is below the median for spring of 22. And why is that? Well, when we look at the percent of original list price to final close sale price, what we see is that the spring of 2022 was the height of buyer exuberance due to lack of inventory and very, very low mortgage interest rates. That was driving buyers into the market and causing them to overbid homes to the tune of 13.1% over in the case of Scripps Ranch. And then look at this fall all the way down to 89.9% by the fall of 22. We fell into the fall big time, bouncing back up to 105% in the summer of 2023, and then down the ladder again. And then again in 2024, we see a bright spot, and then down again into the fall. So that's been happening, and it's happening right now. Look at the spring of 2025 and look at where we are now at 96.6%. So we have seen tremendous highs and lows from spring to summer to fall over the last 3 years. And we do not know what's going to happen this fall. However, if it follows the pattern of the last 3 years, we're going to see a bit of a bounce, which means that inventory in the county will level off, pending sales will stay the same, and eventually those two metrics will either get very close together or intersect yet again, creating as much supply as there is demand, or even a little more demand than supply. And, you know, we're not going to get back to this kind of a situation unless we see interest rates drop in a very dramatic fashion, which is not likely to happen. However, we can get ourselves into a more normal situation where the list to sale price ratio is, you know, somewhere in the 98 to 100% range, which is pretty normal. Now, looking at market time in Scripps Ranch, that's up a little from May to June. Currently 24 days. San Diego County is at 28 days. So that is what's going on in Scripps Ranch right now. If you like this content, please give us a like, share, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned for more great real estate information, and we will see you here.